Michael?
Jordan Grice.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Sydney. How you
Hi.
doing today?
Yeah, how are you?
I'm all right. So I just want to talk about, the upcoming season. You played a key role on the defensive side in the finals of Game 4. So what are you most looking forward to this upcoming season?
Um, just us getting better during camp right now. Um, finding a way to gel or to continue to gel, but adding in new pieces and just making sure that we're not complacent is really what the coaches are on us about. So just to make sure that we have like the same fire to start. I think that's my final answer. Looking forward to us starting the way we finish.
You also made every shot you took in Game 4. So you were key on the offensive end as well.
Yeah, 1-for-1, baby.
One, that's right. Matthew.
Hey Sid, I hope you had a nice off season. I wanted to ask, so many of your other guard teammates talk about the teaching you do and the things you do from the bench that help them. And I'm wondering, going into camp this year, how much are you trying to do that, not just for your veteran returning guards, but for the incoming guards? And does this sort of foreshadow a future coaching career for you, maybe when you're finally done playing?
Maybe so. I coached in college at Rice University some years ago when I was playing in San Antonio. But I don't know when I'll want to go back to that. Obviously, I want to act and stuff, but I did love coaching. And for this team in particular, like I honestly, it doesn't matter who it is, whether it's a vet, a young person. Like I just try to give whatever tips or like insight that I can give, and a lot of times it's from like a defensive angle because that's really what drives me playing. Like that's where I really lock in and want to focus. And so I don't try to share information just based on who it is. Like I want the young ones to come in, be sponges and learn a lot. That's what I did when I came in the league and had good vets to teach me. So yeah, I just try to be that person for everyone, because you can be out there playing and you feel a certain thing, but you don't know what something looks like. Like you hearing from somebody with a different vantage point can sometimes be helpful. And I know that as a player too, being out there on the court. It could be somebody who's playing a lot or playing a little, but they could see something that ultimately ends up helping you.
Rafi.
This is Rafiq with Nothing But That Sports Talk. Yeah, you already have like 2 WNBA championships in your pocket after the first few years of your WNBA career. Like, what did you talk about? Why don't you talk about like the whole motivation to continue racking up as many victories as you can, not just the championships, but like in the WNBA as a whole?
Yeah, I mean, just being a part of this organization has become like a standard. Like you expect to win, you expect to you expect to go out there and do the things that should result in a win. That's the big thing with our team. It's not always about the outcome or the result. It's about, are you doing what we're supposed to be doing, and like proving that our identity is how we're going to play all the time. And typically, if we do those things, well, then we come out with the win. But yeah, I mean, it's been cool to be in the league for this long and to get 2 championships with this team. And obviously, like that's our goal, to continue winning, but obviously to get better in the process.
Blake.
Hey, Sydney, this is Blake Spadaro from Blake's Take. The team has a chance to win 3 straight championships in a row. That hasn't happened in 25 years. What do you think needs to happen in order for y'all to, like, what steps do y'all think y'all need to take in order to accomplish that feat?
I think a little bit of what I was just saying was that whatever our process is, that's what we need to do every practice, every day, every game. And when you're process driven, I'm sure like y'all can relate to that in your own life. Like everything might not always turn out the way that you want to, but usually if you are consistent enough and you build up the habits enough, then good things typically happen in the end at some point. It may not be in the timing that you're expecting, but yeah, that's our focus, to be who we are through and through all the time, and we live with the results.
Sean.
I said, Sean Schultz, WNBA Swish. How you
Hi.
doing?
Good, how are you?
So far, so good. You had the Aces versus everyone yesterday, the Sid and the TP show. Awesome. Should have won an Emmy. Any other projects down the line we can expect to see soon?
Yeah, me and TP we're gonna have a podcast soon. You'll see some of our Aces coaches and teammates on there, but we're also waiting for, news on season 2. So keep your fingers crossed for us. Throw up a
They
prayer.
They have to, it's a must.
Thank you.
Andy?
Thanks so much. Hey, Sid, Andy Lipton
Hi.
with, how you doing? With Room Hoop
Yeah.
Studio and leading the break. I actually remember when you were playing for the Liberty years ago.
Yeah.
So take me back, the last game when you guys won the championship, last 8 seconds, Liberty have a chance to win the game, take it back to Vegas. You're on the court guarding Ionescu. Take us into the huddle. What did Coach Hammond say? Did you guys anticipate the play that they wound up running?
No, we didn't anticipate it. We were just talking about like defensively, what we were gonna be doing. But honestly, everybody, when we went out there, we just made reads based on what was happening. I told Leash and I were having a conversation before we went back out there, and we were just talking about like what we were gonna do individually, just like based on how we had been guarding things. If it was Sabrina and Stewie involved in a screen at some point, what we would do. But I pressured the ball, tried to time it to get a tip. Leash pushed Stewie out far enough. She kind of bobbled the catch. Once she was driving to the paint, we all know like she likes going left to pull up. Jackie, very heads up play to just run and go double, even though that wasn't what we were gonna do. But it's like at a time like that, you make a play and you just decide in that moment, like it's not letting Stewie get the last shot, essentially. So she went to double, Kelsey rotated, Jackie flew to the corner to contest the shot, and it was really just like, yeah, I think just to show like we're a super talented offensive team, but like we have some really like heady defenders and people who just go make plays in the right moments. And so I think that play was super indicative of that.
Yeah, I mean, Alicia played great D. Jackie play was awesome. Kelsey coming up. I thought Benijah could have taken that shot. And then the rest is history.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this on that play. One other thing on that play. At the beginning of the play, Laney sets a screen on Kelsey. Vandersloot looks like she may have had some clearing, but it looks like the ball was never going to go to her. Could you see that from your angle?
I think I wasn't even like, I was just focused on trying to like take an angle to hit the ball. I figured they would be trying to get something to Stewie going toward the basket or something for somebody going toward the basket. So I just tried to change my angle to tip it. I didn't see the screen happening though. I was just on the ball looking, but like, obviously I saw the clip of the play, but in that moment I didn't know what was going on behind me.
Brad?
Yes, hi Sid, it's Bradley from WBB Nation, WNBA Swish. Can you speak of Daisha and Kate and all the others? What's impressed you about them so far in training camp, and if you're giving them any Sid advice?
Yeah, always. Like I said before, I'm always try to give new players advice, things that'll hopefully help them in their career, whether I'm here to play with them, whether they're here to play with me. Like just these are things that you should know as a professional basketball player and just as a professional on and off the court. So yeah, definitely try to impart wisdom to them, but it's been great to have this class of rookies and newbies. Like they've come in very hungry and eager to learn, to compete. We got Fair is super talented offensively. Like she was shooting it really well in practice the other day. Kate, very aggressive defensively and attacking the basket. Like you could just see that they want to compete. And yeah, pretty much everybody that we've had in camp, they're all when we're playing against the starters, whatever it is, like they want to win. So you like having players come in and not being fearful, not afraid to rough it up a little bit with the starters. Like you need new players to have that sort of attitude. So hopefully they continue to carry that with them.
All right, last 2 questions. Jeff?
Yeah, so talk about how much fun you had doing the Deloitte commercials and the growth of more WNBA players like being featured in commercials and how that can help the W grow.
Yeah, it was really cool. I mean, we got TP and I were able to do those Deloitte commercials. I think it was really like because of our show and how it did and the partnership with the W. But it was really cool for us. That was the first commercial that we both been in. So being on set was really cool. But I think that it's been really nice for me to see, like, over the course of my decade plus being a pro, like how far we've come with seeing W players in commercials, in pop culture moments. And hopefully this is a wave that, you know, we continue to ride. Obviously, we see the CarMaxes, the State Farms, the Deloitte, and hopefully that keeps improving and those opportunities become more and more.
Thank you.
And Jennifer AZ's Perk Plus commercial.
No.
Jennifer was in a
Really?
shampoo commercial. Pull that one up on the YouTube.
Yeah, you gotta show me. You gotta show me that.
Last question from the Caius.
Hi, Sid. Glad you're doing
Hi.
well. I wanted to ask you about your defense because you know, the common refrain is that defense is a lot of effort or mostly effort. But it feels like even at this stage of your career, you're one of the better screen navigators in the sport. So what goes into navigating screens as well as you do? Is it just effort or something more tactical that people are missing?
Yeah, I mean, I hear people say that a lot, and I feel like people kind of they kind of like undervalue what it takes to be a good defender. Like I've seen a lot of people have effort before, and it does not compute. So I'm like, I think there's a skill attached to defense, just like there is attached to offense. And I know, like, me and Alicia, like, we talked so much last season, like watched a lot of film together. And, you know, it's like you're studying people's tendencies, you're taking angles. For me with screens, like, I'm quick, and so I'm trying to just not get hit to begin with. And when I've seen some players and I kind of know moves that they do, I can anticipate, like, all right, if I jump right here, you're maybe not necessarily doing a move to get by me fast enough to go the other direction. So yeah, I think there is like more skill attached to it than probably people give credit for, but you do need the effort in addition to that.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Sydney. We will let you go.
Thank y'all. Have a good one.
Remember, you got